Hello there, Aquarius, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we're going to be doing your weekly reading for the week of September 28th. We'll take a look at the overall energies with the oracle cards, and then we'll go to the tarot for some more details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I would really appreciate it if you would consider like, sharing, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into your reading. Now we're going to start with the Sacred Soul Travelers Oracle cards. I think these are great cards, especially for this week, because we have the autumn equinox, we had a full moon, and now we're getting ready for a lot of different retrogrades. So let's see what we have here. Taking shelter, the answers are within. So this is an energy of letting you know that you have the answers within yourself already. Sometimes we think that we have to go out and search for the answers, but this is really a sense, I'm getting a true sense in this case, that it's about you just going within and you're going to find the answers to whatever questions you're asking. You may be kind of asking some difficult questions at the time. Am I on the right path? Will I ever find love? Will I ever get the right job? Can I ever, start my own business? Will I be able to retire? You may have a lot of questions that you're kind of putting out to the universe. And then take a deep breath. Yeah, I think you may be kind of caught up in your head. I get this sense of just being, kind of anxious. And so this is spirit just coming in and saying, go ahead, go within, quiet your mind, take a deep breath. Maybe go for a walk in nature, trying to get, your bare feet, whether it is in grass or sand or water or something like that. Really just kind of, I know I have this total sense in my chest of just like, panic and anxiety. And it's like, yeah, just take a breath. Just take a deep breath. It's going to be okay. All right, let's see what the Wisdom Oracle card has. Higher power. Yes, so when you take that deep breath, when you go into nature, when you ask your spirit guides and angels, some of the questions that you've kind of been asking yourself, it's almost like your ego has run away and is asking all the questions, and you're thinking that your ego can bring in the answers, and it's kind of like, no, you already have the answers within you. It's about tuning into your intuition or tuning into your spirit guides and angels. The answers are there. The answers that you're seeking. Okay, so we're going to go to the tarot. Let's get some details about what you're anxious about the questions that you may be asking, and maybe some of the answers to those questions. So let's see what we have here. We're going to start with your present energy. In the present, you have judgment. Wow, a second chance. This is also kind of a crossroads type of energy. It's, I feel like for a lot of you, you're asking some, this is also the awakening card, coming awake. And it could be that you are kind of being called to go in a new direction, or to revive something that you've tried in the past that maybe didn't work out in the past, but will now. And it seriously is about going within, listening to your heart. The Judgment card is about listening to your heart, not to your ego. Really going within and trying to figure out what it is that you really want, making that judgment call from your heart and not from your ego. Sometimes it can mean somebody coming back from the past, or an opportunity coming back around. So for instance, if you tried, put your name in the hat for a promotion or for a new job or something, and you didn't get it, it can be this opportunity comes back around. So we'll clarify in a minute. So your area of resistance or your obstacle is the Five of Cups. You're kind of stuck in this energy of something didn't work out. I really get that sense. Something didn't work out. So something that you tried, or a relationship or a situation or a job or a career, it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. And it's kind of like you're stuck in this energy. You're not really sure what way to go. And so you're asking those questions. But I really get a sense that you're kind of asking those questions from your head, from your ego, not from your heart. It's kind of like, okay, this didn't work out. What would I like to do next? From your heart. All right, the advice from Spirit is 7 of Pentacles. Think about where you're putting your time and energy. Where you put your time and energy is what you are going to produce more of. So if you put your time and energy in looking at the past and being disappointed, you're going to get more disappointment. If you put your time and energy in moving forward, then you will move forward. And it's also about taking a look at, the time and energy that you may be putting into a relationship, into a job, into a career path, a hobby, a dream, a goal that you have. Are you putting your time and energy where it will do you the most good? It is so funny because as humans, we are very capable of wasting a lot of time. And I'm not saying that you don't need that downtime. You really do. But when you're, wasting time and let's say, like on social media or binge watching shows or I don't know, all those things that we all love to do. Ask yourself, what are you really gaining out of it? Now, doesn't mean that you can't do some of that. But if you're spending a lot of time and energy on that type of thing and not enough time and energy on taking actions that move you forward, then that is what's going to keep you in this stuck energy. Okay, so, this is lovely. Your outcome. Yes, when you put your time and energy in those things that are really good for you, guess what? You get a new life. It's almost like you're stepping onto a new path. The Empress energy is, well, she's pregnant in this illustration, so it can even mean starting a new family. Or it could mean starting a new creative project. The Empress is very intuitive, listens to her heart, allows things to come her way. She knows that she doesn't have to, it's not that she doesn't do any work, but she doesn't have to, it's like there's no begging or pleading or anything. The Empress just sits back and allows it all to come to her because she knows that she's put in the work that she needs to. She's put her time and energy in the right areas, and now she's just going to benefit from it. And I feel with the Judgment card in the present position, you're kind of at this crossroads. It's almost like Spirit is saying to you, are you going to stay somewhere that's not really making you happy? The 5 of Cups is something is not making you happy, whether that's a relationship, a job, a situation, a house, whatever it is. Something is not making you happy, but you're kind of like, this is kind of like tough love message and, I'm just the messenger, but it's kind of like, take a good look about where you're putting your time and energy. And then on the bottom, Page of Wands. Yeah, it's about learning something new. For some of you, you may actually have to learn a new skill, a new trade. You may have, let's say you didn't get the promotion that you wanted to. And one of the reasons is that maybe there's some courses you need to take or skills you need to develop. And it's, you could sit there and you could say, oh, well, I didn't have the opportunity to learn that skill or something like that. And it's kind of like, no, do something about it. Go learn that skill. Go find the mentors that you need in order for this to come. Yeah, because look at this. Underneath this, really interesting. So Aquarius, there's a lot of pain here. And it's really kind of playing on your self-doubt. It's with this card, the 8 of Swords, you'll see that the angel is stuck in a cage. You've kind of like stuck yourself in the cage, but you don't realize that the door is actually open. You can leave the cage at any time. You can get yourself out of that cage. And it's kind of like taking a good look at what it is that you need. Use that magnifying glass. Take a good look at what you need in order to move forward. And then put your time and energy in that. So say, for instance, you're wanting to lose some weight. Well, Are you putting your time and energy into those things that will help you to lose weight? Are you cooking healthy meals? Are you exercising at least a little bit every day? Are you drinking water? Are you doing those things that will help you to lose weight? And it doesn't mean you have to lose weight overnight. It's like just making a shift in what you're putting your time and energy in. If you're putting your time and energy into eating fast food or unhealthy meals and, sitting and binge watching TV, okay, that's not going to help you to lose 10 pounds or whatever it is. It's about learning what you need. I feel like there's some knowledge that you may need because you have a lot of disappointment. This is, the Five of Pentacles. So you have the Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Three of Swords. You're very disappointed about how something didn't work out. And, you thought that this was something that you could work on for the rest of your life. I feel for a lot of you, this could be more about career or a project. It could be a relationship that you thought would last a long time. It's about stepping into your own power. It's about, it really is. It's about stepping into your own power. You may have kind of felt like there could have been other people that could have helped you, but it's almost like this is a crossroads that says, no, you can do it yourself. It's almost like you have to do this yourself. And on the bottom is the Fool card. So this is like taking that new step onto a new path. Sometimes we do have to do things ourselves because there's a special lesson in learning how to do it ourselves. It doesn't mean that we can't get help along the way, but it's kind of like you have to pick and choose the help and really put your time and energy into doing it on your own. Okay, so let's see what the Judgment card is. The Wheel, Six of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Star. Hopes and dreams. It's like your hopes and dreams coming true. Okay, so with the Judgment card, the wheel is turning, and it's turning in your favor. Now, we have the Six of Cups. So, for some of you, it could be somebody coming back from the past because these two cards are an indication of somebody returning from the past. A relationship that did not work out. And it could be that this person is reaching out to you, or you may be wanting to reunite with this person. And this is kind of like the crossroads. Are you going back to something, possibly something that was painful? Because I have a lot of cards here, indicators that this was a painful situation. So it's kind of like, if you're going back, asking yourself, am I really going to put my time and energy into something that was painful in the past? Or am I stepping into a new chapter? The wheel is about closing out one chapter and starting a new chapter. And you also have the Fool card. It's, I really think, an indication that there is something here about a new beginning, because the Ace of Wands is also a new beginning. If you're thinking about reuniting with somebody, here's the answer. The answer is within. You may be having a lot of external factors that are trying to have you reunite with somebody that did cause you a lot of pain in the past. So say, for instance, you're having difficulty financially, and this person can financially provide for you. You may be, wanting to return to this relationship because it would take the finances, that situation off your plate. But I'm getting a true sense that it's about you almost having to go on this next part of the path by yourself. And I'm not saying for a long time, but there's definitely a new life for you at the end of this a little transition period. It's I think it was either Leo or Sagittarius that kind of had a similar reading, that like kind of being caught in between the past and the future. It's kind of like you're there. It's kind of like, am I going to return to something, whether it's a job or a relationship or a situation? Am I going to return to something that was painful, or am I going to go ahead and keep moving forward and trying to open that new next chapter of my life? Okay, so let's go to the Five of Cups. Let's see what we have here. Five of Cups, Knight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Four of Cups. Yeah, the moon is on the bottom. So you have some things that, you just, that are hidden from you. And it's part of your soul's journey. That's what you need to know. All of the things that are hidden is part of your soul's journey. So your obstacle or area of resistance is this sadness that you're feeling. In this illustration, she's kind of focusing on what she's lost. These three flowers that are in the water. She's kind of focusing on that and not appreciating, if you will, the two flowers that she has on this branch. Like, she has two beautiful flowers that, haven't been lost to the water. But she's not focusing on that. It's almost like you have to turn your head and kind of look at what you have left. It's like taking stock of what you have. You've lost something that was, really precious to you, but you still have something left. And it's about taking what you have left and moving forward. I think for some of you, you have been waiting for this Knight of Cups, somebody to come back from the past. And this is kind of like the not just an apology card, it's kind of like really expressing their love card. And with the Knight of Cups, I usually think it is somebody from the past. It's not normally a new love. A new love is like the Page of Cups or an Ace of Cups. So I think for some of you, you've just been kind of waiting for this person, You get a sense. Four of Cups is kind of this waiting, discontented with your life, kind of a stuck energy. And then the Eight of Swords is all up in your head about it. What could I have done different? Why did this happen? Once again, I feel like a negative type of energy, a very, kind of sad energy with these cards. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So here's your advice. Queen of Cups, love yourself. Love yourself first. Put your time and energy into self-care. Put your time and energy into really valuing your gifts and your talents. It's they're pointing out, like, you may have lost some people, some situations, maybe even a job or something, but look at the skills and the talents that you still have left. And focusing on that. And then once again, it's kind of like with this Page of Wands. How can you, what else can you learn? What else can, you gain, if you will, to add to those two flowers that are on the branch? Maybe it just needs fertilizer. Maybe it just needs, the flowers just need to be talked to. I get a sense, that they really just need some attention. These two flowers need some attention. And I think that it's you need some attention. Your heart needs some attention. I think you've been through a lot, and it's kind of like, you're just kind of like, I just don't know if I can go on. What should I do? It's really easy if this person is trying to come back. It's really easy to fall back into that when you haven't truly started your next chapter yet. It's, just so easy to do that. Okay, victory. Oh my goodness. Look at this. Seven of Pentacles. It is about putting your time and energy into the things that help you love you, that make your heart sing. Because look at this. When you do that, when you put your time and energy into loving you, so that, being creative in the ways that you love to be creative, being out in nature, whatever it is that really makes your heart sing, putting time and energy into that helps you to step into this energy of loving yourself. And then you have victory and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups to me is, another indication of truly loving yourself. We all have divine masculine and divine feminine within us. It's almost like the union of those coming together. And at the same time, it can indicate a new love coming onto your path, a true soulmate. And the Two of Cups can also mean a new business partner. So if, say, you had your own business and you and your business partner decide to go separate ways or something, it can mean that you're going to find somebody to work with. Or if you've left a job and you're trying to start your own business and you're trying to put time and money and energy into that, then you may find a business partner that wants to join you. Really nice. Okay, so let's look at this Empress. Queen of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Eight of Wands. I love this. Judgment card on the bottom again. Yeah, Seven of Cups, Ten of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Hierophant. Yeah, I really feel like you're moving on from whatever this past situation was. I almost feel like this is almost a test from the universe about, okay, are you going back to that? Or are you going to really go forward? And you may just need, to go within and see what your heart really wants. But I do feel like a lot of you are going to move forward into this new life. You're kind of like, yeah, I'm going to make the life that I really want. What I had in the past wasn't going to get me there. And now I'm willing to go it alone if I need to create the life that I really want. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is also a card of stability and what we call spouse material. Wife or husband, gender doesn't matter at all. It's just kind of like, that energy of home and hearth. But also of building a career, having that stability, that grounded energy. And then we also have Page of Swords and Eight of Wands. Learning something new. Getting new information and taking action on it. Really, really nice energy. And I really do feel that for a lot of you, there is indication that it could be a romantic connection, but I really feel too that for some of you, it's a business that's based on something that is true to your heart, something that your heart is desiring. Okay, so here is your creativity oracle card, fear. If you want to be free of fear and phobias, then you have to understand why they exist and make peace with them. And I think that is part of going within, taking this deep breath, right? And a higher power. And when you're faced with this judgment card, whether this is a spiritual awakening for you or actually a crossroads, or somebody or a situation coming back from the past. Asking yourself, well, what is it? Why am I afraid to move on by myself? Why am I returning to something that I think really did cause you a lot of pain? And when you look at that fear, it's almost like you get the power, the energy to move forward, because you realize, like, a lot of times when we actually say our fear or phobia out loud or write them down, it's almost like, why am I afraid of that? It's kind of like it almost becomes crystal clear of, now wait a minute, I can do this. I can have victory. This is really about choosing those things that are going to bring you victory. Choosing you, Aquarius, over other people or other situations. Okay, and here is your Lover's Oracle card. It is important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone. Instead of placing your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. My goodness, that fits so beautifully. Yes, because, that's what I was saying when we had this card in your obstacle position. That, I had the sense that some of you are just kind of stuck in looking at the past and what didn't work out, looking at these three flowers in the water. And it's kind of like Spirit really is kind of giving you a little bit of a tough love type of reading. It's about, you need to spend some time alone. And instead of focusing on what didn't happen, it's about giving time to yourself. And that's exactly what it says. It says, now is the time to give to yourself. And that's what you have in your advice. Put your time and your energy into creating you. following your heart's desire. What is it that you really want? What makes you really happy? And putting your time and energy into that and not worrying about all of this other stuff that, has happened in the past or is perhaps still even kind of around you. Well, Aquarius, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I really enjoyed doing it for you. And then if it did resonate with you, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider sharing, or subscribing. And I really do wish you much love and light in this situation and all your situations. And I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.